In the early hours of a foggy February morning in 2026, the high-speed world of Formula One was jolted by terrifying news. 19-year-old prodigy Andrea Kimi Antonelli had been involved in a violent single-car crash during a private test session at the Imola circuit. The Mercedes junior driver lost control, exiting the Variante Tamburello, his Dallara F2 car slamming into the barriers at over 240 kilometers per hour before rolling multiple times and coming to rest upside down in the gravel trap. Marshals and medical teams were on scene within seconds. Andrea was extracted conscious, but clearly in pain, airlifted to Maggiore Hospital in Bologna with suspected spinal trauma, multiple fractures, and internal injuries. The paddock held its breath for hours until the first official update confirmed he was stable, awake, talking, and had movement in all limbs. Yet the images of the mangled car and the young Italian lying motionless on the stretcher sent shockwaves through the sport. This was no ordinary shunt. It was a reminder of how thin the line is between glory and catastrophe, especially for a teenager already carrying the weight of being called the next Verstappen. As Andrea begins what will likely be a long road to recovery, let's take a deep, heartfelt look at the life of this extraordinary talent. The boy who grew up dreaming in Bologna, the family that believed in him when no one else did, the quiet love he keeps private, the lifestyle he's building at lightning speed, and the legacy he's already writing at just 19 years old. Andrea Kimi Antonelli was born on August 25, 2006, in Bologna, Italy, the only child of Marco and Veronica Antonelli. His father, Marco, a former kart mechanic and passionate motorsport enthusiast, recognized Kimi's talent the moment the boy first sat in a kart at age 5. The nickname Kimi came early, partly inspired by Räikkönen, partly because little Andrea couldn't quite pronounce his own name, and it stuck. Growing up in the shadow of Imola and the Autodromo Enzo e Dino Ferrari, Kimi was surrounded by the smell of fuel and the sound of engines. His parents made enormous sacrifices. Marco quit his job to manage Kimi's career full-time. Veronica handled logistics and emotional support, and the entire family lived and breathed racing. By age 8, Kimi was winning Italian karting titles. By 12, he was dominating European and world karting championships, often beating drivers years older. Ferrari scouted him at 13, bringing him into their driver academy in 2020, the youngest driver they had ever signed. Kimi's single-seater career was meteoric. In 2022, he dominated the Italian F4 championship, winning 13 of 21 races. In 2023, he stepped up to FRICA, Formula Regional European Championship, taking the title with Prema Racing. In 2024, he moved to Formula Regional Middle East and then full-time to FIA Formula 3 with Prema, winning the championship in dominant fashion with 8 victories. In 2025, he graduated to Formula 2, again with Prema, and again he won the title, becoming the first driver in history to win both F3 and F2 championships in consecutive seasons. His speed, composure under pressure, and ability to adapt to any car earned him comparisons to the greats. Mercedes signed him as a junior in late 2024, placing him in their simulator program and fast-tracking him toward an F1 seat. By the end of 2025, rumors swirled that he would replace Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes in 2027, making him one of the most anticipated rookies in decades. Behind the helmet, Kimi remains intensely private. He is not married and has no publicly confirmed girlfriend or wife at this time. In rare interviews, he has spoken about being focused solely on racing, saying relationships would be unfair to any partner given the demands of his schedule. He is extremely close to his parents. Marco still travels to every race. Veronica manages his schedule and emotional well-being, and the three of them form an unbreakable unit. Kimi has no siblings, so his parents are not just family. They are his team, his confidants, his everything. He has spoken movingly about how his father's belief kept him going during tough karting years, and how his mother's quiet strength helped him handle the pressure of being the next big thing. Kimi's lifestyle is that of a young man completely devoted to his craft. He lives in Bologna when not racing, in a modern but understated apartment near the family home. His days are structured with military precision. Early mornings in the gym, hours in the simulator, track time, physio, data analysis, and studying telemetry. He eats clean, sleeps religiously, and spends what little free time he has with family or close friends from childhood. No extravagant parties, no tabloid headlines, just a quiet, disciplined life centered on improvement. He drives a modest Mercedes road car, a gift from the team, wears simple but stylish clothes, and invests most of his earnings. His net worth is estimated at 4 to 7 million euros, earned from karting prizes, F4/F3/F2 salaries and bonuses, Mercedes junior contracts, sponsorships from Puma, Tommy Hilfiger, and others, and early investments in property and stocks. He's already financially secure, yet he lives like someone who knows the money is temporary, but the hunger is forever. The crash at Imola in early 2026 was a brutal reminder of how dangerous even private testing can be. The high-speed loss of control, the violent impact, the helicopter flight, every second felt like eternity for those watching. Yet the updates were cautiously optimistic. Fractures, but no spinal damage. Surgery successful, conscious, and talking. At 19, Kimi faces the hardest challenge of his young life. Not a rival on track, but his own body. The road back will be long. Months of rehab, doubt, pain, and the mental battle of trusting the car again. But if there is one thing we know about Andrea Kimi Antonelli, it is that he does not stay down. He has risen from every setback, every doubt, every moment the world said, maybe not yet. And he will rise again, as we send strength, prayers, and healing to Kimi Antonelli. At 19, already a champion in waiting, a son, a brother to the sport, and a young man carrying dreams far bigger than his years. His story reminds us that talent is only half the equation. The other half is heart. The kind of heart that keeps going when the body screams to stop. The kind of heart that turns crashes into comebacks. The kind of heart that makes legends. If this tribute to Kimi Antonelli's incredible journey, his terrifying crash, and the courage he continues to show moved you or reminded you why we fall in love with racing, please like the video and subscribe for more emotional stories about the drivers who risk everything to chase greatness. Your support means the world. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next one. Hilfast, Kimi. The grid is waiting for you.